end of the year, including one of these trader keys. So to go in the draw, all you need to do is sign up with the link below this video or in the podcast description, and you'll go in the draw to win. It's that simple. And remember folks, when you sign up to Black Bull Markets through the Trading Nut link below, you're going to get a 100% deposit bonus up to $1,000 on your first deposit. All you need to do is click the link in the description below the video or the podcast. Folks, Black Bull Markets have 10 merch packs to give away to clients who sign up before the end of the year, including one of these trader keys. So to go in the draw, all you need to do is sign up with the link below this video or in the podcast description, and you'll go in the draw to win. It's that simple. And remember folks, when you sign up to Black Bull Markets through the Trading Nut link below, you're going to get a 100% deposit bonus up to $1,000 on your first deposit. All you need to do is click the link in the description below the video or the podcast.
Hello. Welcome, traders. How's everyone doing? Let me just look at the comments. Hey, Samuel, how you doing, mate? And IN property. Okay, fantastic. Cool. Literally just set an order for a Monday trade, quick sort of in and out. I'll be looking to bank around 80% at TP1, keeping it really simple as is Monday. In terms of my longer term targets on this particular pair, you know, we do have a bit of a trend line as a target over here. And as you can see, currently have this particular entry that I'm expecting it to go long. We do have a break of structure with momentum. Boomerang has been complete from 1, 2, and 3. And there we go. Now, I was going to do a tighter stop based off here, 2 pips below, 3 pips. But that's just a little bit too aggressive for my liking, especially if I don't have a buffer for the week. So I do have, I'm just putting it below the low, to be fair, which is approximately whatever it was. What was it? Okay, 8 pips. I like the fact that there's a QM, right? You've got a left shoulder, you've got the head, breakout momentum, and potential right shoulder at this point of interest. So, yeah, that's what I'm expecting on the euro. Believe I've been triggered in now. Or perhaps I can, hold on. How do I do a limit order over here for you guys? Create limit order. And then buy, market, boom. Yeah, basically triggered now. It's dead spread. Stop loss. There we go. It's just a paper trading account on TradingView. So where is the, I never used this. $500 profit. Okay, cool. So let me see. Been triggered in here. Should have been a limit order. You know, it should really be this entry here, but anyway, I haven't connected trading to my MT4 anyway. Just still sort of getting used to that one. Okay, there we go. I'm just gonna let it run. Let's go to the dollar, see what I'm expecting. can see we're still part of this sort of descending bearish channel, as you can see. So I'm expecting price to reverse further to the downside, to be fair. Plus, we also have these lows that is likely to get taken out for a potential buy. I think the buy is going to be really, really decent when you do get involved on a buy. If I'm correct, I could easily be wrong. But if you go to the weekly, the reason I'm bullish is mainly because on the weekly there is a sort of higher time frame point of interest. So let me just quickly do this. What's this? Blue. There we go. Nice imbalance, fair value gap. And we'll be expecting that as a target. Long term, I'm expecting this to rally, but playing it day trading is what we have currently right now. So looking for a short-term short, and then midweek I'll be looking for the major reversal on dollar. So that's my game plan for now on the DXY. Obviously, if it fails, I mean, my target is up here. So since on euro, my target is basically going to be the equivalent. Where is it? This one? Okay. This is my short-term target. I'm banking early. Don't really want to hold it long-term. If I go to the weekly, hold on. You can see on the weekly, we have, where's the imbalance on the weekly? There we go. So this is an imbalance. And obviously there's a larger one. So 2 points of interest. And the main one. This is more or less the Hollywood target. If we go back to the lower time frame, you can see there's lots of targets above. But again, I'm not here to hold trades long term, just like being in and out. Okay, so we just have to wait. Has anyone got any requests so far? I still have a little code I'm recovering from, which is weird. So bear with me. Aussie, okay, I was looking quite bearish. Cable, it's just don't know what's happening here. Okay, let me just break down DXY. It's more or less done that, expecting buys, as you can see, towards that sort of weekly imbalance. Then we can reevaluate and see where price could potentially take us from. But it does look like it's found a support on the weekly. So, you know, we'll be expecting price to continue going higher towards this obvious, beautiful momentum imbalance, fair value gap, and a stop one of this high, obviously. So lots of confluences for basically a long for the first couple of days of this week. Since this is like a really clear setup for a buy and then a short, there must be volatile news this week, to be fair, really volatile ones, because the price action is quite clean. Yeah, I'm in the Euro trade at the moment. Yeah, plan B takes me out. Then I have to reevaluate probably for tomorrow. I'm not going to take another trade today. Dollar yen. Have we got any bias, bullish bias? Well, clearly there's a lot of momentum, as you can see. A lot of momentum to the upside. Beautiful third tap trend line. Looks like a parallel channel, more or less from down here. But we're stuck in the consolidation. So we'll have to sort of reevaluate. Is there a potential long and then short, as expected on the DXY? Well, it kind of does look like it. Hold on. No, actually, no, tell a lie. Definitely a buy coming up, but not yet. We have some relatively equal lows, not perfect ones, but you know, you don't have to be that perfect. So these will be good areas for taking some profit if you're short or if you're looking for a buy. So this looks okay for a potential setup on dollar yen. Do you like the compression as well? Looks like it's played out already. it's up to the actual trend line, and then you've got the fake out. So this is like a good trade, as you can see. You've got 1, 2, you can kind of count as a 3, and you got the boomerang. We've got a stop hunt. So this has potential for a long, which is confirming the short-term long bias. But remember, Mondays are normally quite tricky to trade. And what do I look for in price action before I take a trade? I look mainly for a pattern reversal with Elliott waves. So my main sort of confirmation, if I'm looking for buys, I'll be looking for a reversal pattern with the correct Elliott waves and structure. And at Elliott wave 5, I'll be looking for a fake out of the pattern. Now, obviously, the information on the left has to confirm, you know, order blocks or stop hunts of liquidity or equal lows. So this is normally what I look for an entry. For a confirmation entry, if you've missed that, same thing, but you simply just wait for the confirmation, which is this breaker structure. And then obviously you'll retest towards a point of interest over here that took at this high. Then you look for longs, keep it simple, aim for this high, depending on your risk reward, depending on your buffer, keep it simple. Main target would be the start of this pattern, right? But normally from here to even Elliott wave 4 is normally 4R on average. So I don't like holding trades long term. I'd rather just bank, sacrifice a little bit of a risk reward. So that's normally what I look for on the setup. But that's probably 20-30% of what I do. Everything else is there's more details that go into it, but this is the main sort of concept. It's a reversal pattern, right? And even if Daniel, if I'm long, let's say over here, and I've caught that trade, I've got a target of, let's just say this, right? This is just my target, but obviously if price were to, I don't know, form like a pattern here and it's compression and there's a clear reversal to the downside, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? There's a good chance that price will do a stop hunt of Elliott wave 5 and then a drop. So if I see this price action, that's my signal to basically just come out at 2-1. And then if it goes up, whatever. But normally when you see this reversal pattern at the start of your entry and it's moving really slow, you do kind of have to act fast. So everything's based on patterns and obviously stop hunts of previous liquidity, equal loads, order blocks, banker blocks. So we're combining SMC, smart money concepts, but mainly focusing on patterns and reversals at the Elliott waves. Cool. Has anyone got any other questions or a market you'd like me to break down? Oh. Yeah, should I just set the limit order? Well, I got triggered in, to be fair. I got triggered in. Actually, yeah, I got triggered in here. But for you guys, I kind of just rushed it manually and looks like I put a trade there. But realistically, I got triggered in approximately there. Amazing. But still early times. My game plan now would be just have to wait. Really, it's really, really early times, you know? Really early times. Do you have specific time zones you're using for entry? Yes, I do. It's normally the first couple hours of New York or the first couple hours of London, but I rarely trade London these days, mainly because of my, I don't know, there's just hardly any trades and my win rate's not the best in London, so I just trade New York. And also there's certain rules for trading for certain days as well that I follow. But that's just different information. Right now I'm just covering the basics, right? Just the basics entry. There's a lot more that went into this entry, such as these levels, right? But it's a bit unfortunate that, I mean, this is what I call a confirmation trade, right? Because it's confirmation. I missed this entry. Just I was doing something, just looking after something, right? Now, normally my trades are here with like a 6 to 8 pit stop. Approximately there. This is normally where I get in, and then I'll target further upside. But obviously, this is a confirmation trade, so it's a little bit safer, but the risk reward is a little bit lower. But anyway, that's just kind of playing out. No worries, Harakti. Any other questions? Whoever's in the building or a market you'd like me to break down? Just drop a question or a market, and I'll quickly cover it. Curious to see what happened with, because I brought this down for some of the trader roundup traders, and I just want to see something. Oh my days, yeah, target smashed as expected. So it looks like this scenario played out. And these ones didn't. And this is still going to go a lot higher. Nasdaq, S&P, there we go. Bullish momentum. Expecting this to go probably higher up here. So I think indices is about to reverse, to be fair. It's just a matter of time. And gold, let's see how this plays out. I'm practicing on a futures account. Okie dokie. Rules in trading, yep, just follow the trading plan. You have to follow the checklist, and also know when to not trade, when to scale out, when to reduce the risk, and when to increase the risk. But normally, just you need to know your numbers. So my rules for trading, there is really specific. I'm not just going to give away my strategy. It doesn't work like that. But mainly, it's just following the rules. But to follow the rules, it's really, really hard, if I'm honest, right? Because to get to the point where you want to follow the rules, either you're still in the process of engineering and improving a strategy. So there's going to be times where you follow the strategy, and because of your backlog, you might start sort of breaking the rules, getting in earlier or a little bit later, right? It's a process and it takes years. But once you finalize that checklist and those rules for a specific entry model, then you follow it. But to get to that point, you need to complete the edge, and that takes years. It took me 7-8 years to actually follow the rules consistently. It took me a long time, because from 0 to 6, 7, 8 years, whatever it was, the strategy was still under development. And then from 6, 7 to 11 years, it's more or less complete with small tweaks every 6 months. There's a little 1% tweak, right? So it takes a long time to follow the rules, but that's the most important thing in trading. Hey Cornelius, any views on CAD? Do you mean dollar CAD? Or just CAD overall? Which one do you mean, Corne? All good, Daniel. All good. Dollar CAD. Okay, great. Let's do dollar CAD. What is dollar CAD saying? So just easier. We just come here. Okay, look, looks like there's a fake out over here. Potential pattern update. This is also what we do, Daniel. We're updating the patterns in real time as liquidities gets taken out. So from this, it's not really ready yet, to be fair. I would kind of just wait, because the pattern came here, and as you can see, if you follow the BOTA, it would have taken your stop loss. So there's no setup for now. So I would kind of avoid a dollar CAD unless we get like really strong momentum, a pullback, and a larger pattern, right? Something like this. Then okay, that's fine. but it kind of just looks to me like it's starting a new wave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I don't trade 2, so I'm not too confident with it. Optional, potentially there's a new pattern here. Hold on. Potentially we're just part of this channel. So again, depending on price action, if we do have like a reversal pattern here, even if it's small, it will be 1, 2, and obviously a third tap fake out with a mini sort of pattern here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So $10 CAD, I'm not that in sync with it, to be fair. It's kind of in 2 minds. So it looks like it wants to yeah, probably complete this larger pattern. So probably I don't know. It's a tricky one. It's a tricky one. Really depends on the momentum that's likely to come as well, and some other confluences that I follow. So so for me, I'm not too sure about it. I need to see price action basically up here somewhere to confirm this pattern. Then I'll reevaluate with all the other rules that we follow, for those of you who know, or wait for this larger pattern to play out and either catch a trade up here or something. I think it's one of those ones where I'll kind of step away. That was for swing traders that want to do conservative stops. Okay, Aussie, the CAD. That's the one I was looking for. There we go. So yeah, early times, really. Yeah, early times. No worries. Any other questions or markets you'd like me to break down, everyone? Also, any of the one-to-one traders, I've posted a message in the private group, so just check that out when you can. Okay, lovely. Well done. As for this DXY, I mean, it looks a bit like a QM. Well, it should be, because it's obviously I'm doing a QM on euro. But look, left shoulder, head, potential right shoulder here, or there might be another little stop hump, etc., and a potential short. So obviously with this particular trade, with euro, I'll be targeting really sort of these lows, depending on the risk reward, this low. But it really depends on the momentum, you know. If there's strong momentum, then I'll just sort of I'll keep the exit where it's at. Sorry, I'll keep the exit where it's at. But if there's, which is normally, 8 to 12R on average, but they don't, I don't hit them all the time. Most of the time I get involved in trade and I see some price action that's telling me to go out, and then boom, I'll bank 80% of the position. That's normally how I sort of trade. So, it varies from 4 to 6. So it's kind of my sweet spot where I want to come out. And then with the remaining 10% of my trade, then I'll hold it to either Hollywood or it can take me out. But if it takes me out, at least as a break even. So I would never hold a trade all the way down here and not come out. So you need mechanical rules for that. And you also need a bit of discretion, to be fair, as human beings. We're not robots, we're not algos. And the discretion just comes in what price action is showing and what's the probability of that playing out. That's normally the questions that I ask for myself. What's my TP on a euro? Long term, this is just Mondays. I'm really careful, right? Mondays I like to just build a buffer. So if I can aim for 2.84R, ignore the dollar value. This is a demo account on TraderView. If this hits take profit, the risk reward is what I'm interested in, not the pips or the money, right? This is a pay-per-view kind of thing, whatever it's called. I would like to be exiting here. And if I can have a 2.86 buffer, then that's amazing to start the week, especially for a Monday trade. So Mondays I'm really conservative. In terms of my sort of long-term sort of targets, be more or less targeting this area here to be sort of conservative. And you can see there was a stop hunt of the third tap, right? 1, 2, and you've got the stop hunt of the third tap, which is what I specialize on. But obviously, since that's been complete, because it's Monday, I'll be banking 80% at 2.86R. Then my main TP on this particular trade, I'll be targeting more or less this high over here just to be safe. And then boom, if I can hold that with the remaining 20% of the position running, that would be pretty decent. Now, if this was Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, then my TP will be here. And then I would use a discretion on the way up to potentially close depending on price action. It's just normally how I personally trade. It just fits my personality and it just works for me, you know? Mohit, can you fund me $50 for trading, please? Yes, sure. Just send me your crypto wallet and I'll send it over. Okay. So yeah, early times on Euro. Okay, everyone, that's it for me now. So I'm gonna wrap things up. I'm gonna hold this particular trade, and I'll see you guys next week. In the meantime, for those of you who are interested in one-to-one mentoring or just CTI in general, if you're interested in prop firm accounts, strategies, etc., I would definitely recommend to join the Discord and just network with all the other 15,000 traders, mentors, and strategies. So I definitely recommend joining the Discord. So here's the link to the CTI Discord. Shoot me a message if you want any questions, etc. So let me just copy paste the Discord link. Namaste. Gaming with AR. Gaming with AR. I think that's going to be a bullish narrative for the next crypto bull run. Okay, so there's a Discord link. Make sure to click it and join. In the meantime, last question. Whoever puts down the next question, I would answer it. And then we'll call it a day. No more analysis. So any personal sort of questions regarding your journey, now's a good time. I'm just going to answer the first one. So go. Okay, question from Daniel. By the way, I've updated the Discord link. I think I sent the wrong one before, but here is the new Discord link. For those of you, do I mentor in trading and psychology? I do a little bit with the strategy that I teach. It's really just 80-90% pure technical, pure strategy, and a little bit of rules that I use for psychology. But if you want a specialist in psychology, then just message Troy in the CTI Discord. He's our in-house performance coach and psychology coach. So we do that at CTI. Like I said, join the Discord. You get psychology coaches, you get strategies, you get traders, you get funding, you get everything basically.